What I want to talk to you guys tonight about is our MLK Lights campaign. We're putting holiday lights on King Drive. Initially, when we thought about the idea, it was really simple. We wanted kids in Chicago to see holiday lights instead of helicopter lights on King Drive. We wanted to basically inspire some hope along King Drive. So that's our philosophy of My Block, My Hood, My City is really simple. It's only 15 words. I'm telling you, these 15 words will change your block immediately. They'll make your block safer, they'll make your block healthier, they'll make your block happier immediately. Like a lot of times in Chicago, you ask somebody, you say, why does your block look like this? They say, oh, the city's messed up, the weather is messed up, the alderman is messed up. They say the schools is messed up, the economy is messed up, their philosophy is messed up. Their philosophy is messed up. And My Block, My Hood, My City, our organizing philosophy is 15 words. 15 words guaranteed to make your block better. Those 15 words are, what's something simple that I can do that'll have a positive impact on my block? What's something simple that I can do that'll have a positive impact on my block? And it can't get any more simpler than shoveling the snow and hanging holiday lights. So that's exactly what we did. We wanted to reduce the blight by hanging up some lights. So we physically put holiday lights from 55th Street all the way to 95th Street. We decorated over 350 city poles with 9-foot garland. We put ribbons and bows on all the poles. We decorated over 250 homes with ornaments. We put wreaths on everybody's doors, and we also put lights on their gutters, on their, the bushes out front and the trees. This was a simple idea, but it brought out hundreds of volunteers, not only from King Drive, but I'm talking about Chicagoans of all different colors, genders, religions, opinions, ethnicities, occupations. Everybody came together and they kind of interacted with each other on a human level on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. It was a great day to be a Chicagoan. And believe it or not, Fox News, they were the first media outlet to reach out to us when we first started. And they met me all the way on the south side in Washington Park. We met on the corner of 56th and King Drive. And I'll never forget, man, when I pulled up, the reporter was right. He was in a vacant lot. And the first question he asked me, he said, is your Southside Community Group, are you guys trying to compete with the Magnificent Mile Association and their Holiday Lights Festival downtown? I said, what? He said, is your Southside Community Group, are you guys trying to compete with the Magnificent Mile Association and their Holiday Lights Festival downtown? And here we were standing in a vacant lot full of trash on 56th and King Drive talking about downtown. So I said, bro, I've never heard of the Magnificent Mile Association Holiday Lights Festival downtown. And no, really, I don't think beautification should be a competition. But since they asked me that way, I said, what's so magnificent about more lights going up downtown? Like most of the kids I work with, they've never been downtown. Like most kids that I work with, they've never seen the lake. They pass by Lake Michigan, they say, what ocean is that, right? Most kids I work with, they never waved for a taxi before, right? Most kids I work with haven't been in an elevator. How can downtown be so magnificent if it wasn't made for everybody? And the reporter, he says, oh no, I just meant downtown during the holiday season. It's a lot of festivities for the kids. Right? It's like Disneyland. They got the Mickey Mouse, the Minnie Mouse. It's a parade. They put holiday lights everywhere. It's inspirational. So I was like, yo, inspirational. Okay. Maybe the city of Chicago wasn't designed for everybody to be inspired. You ever think about that? The city didn't put no inspiration up for the holidays on Roosevelt and Pulaski. Ain't no inspiration over there unless y'all get inspired by a Metro PCS with bulletproof glass windows. You know what I mean? The city, they ain't put inspiration up for the holidays on 79th and Cottage Grove. That's unless y'all get inspired by a Happy's Liquors with a poorly designed bus stop out front. You got people standing outside all day. Right? I ain't saying they doing nothing illegal. I'm just saying I don't know who waiting for the bus or who not waiting for the bus. You know what I mean? The city ain't putting no inspiration up for the holidays in Roseland, y'all. I just talked to somebody that ran for an office in Roseland. She said she never saw a Christmas tree her whole life until she moved to Burn Ridge. Right? I work with kids from the west side. They go trick-or-treating in Oak Park. I say, why do you go trick-or-treating in Oak Park? They say, they got the big houses over there. They give out the best candy. It's inspirational, right? See, the kids ain't crazy. They know what's inspirational in Chicago. So I'm always asking kids, I say, hey, how come you think Oak Park is so inspirational? I say, I don't know. I say, somebody imagined it being inspirational, and they designed it for you to be inspired. Things just aren't inspirational by accident, right? There was an urban planner and an architect. They came together and they thought about the construction of the homes in Oak Park, right? They said, okay, we want these homes to be designed to be spacious and make you feel like you could breathe a little bit, right? They said, we want the homes in the suburbs to be, embedded in ambiance of quietness and stillness. You know what I mean? They said, We want these homes to be designed with expanded wide spaces for future expansion, right? They thought about the tree line out front, they thought about the sidewalks, they imagined it being inspirational, and they designed it that way, right? It didn't happen by accident. And so I'm always asking the students, I say, hey, who you think imagined the look and the feel of your neighborhood? Hey, that's a trick question. You don't even live in a neighborhood. You live in what the cops refer to as a hot spot. You don't live in a community area. You live in what the police refer to as an impact zone. Think about it. There's more technology on the light poles than there is in the classrooms, right? There's overwhelming presence of police, and you wonder why your friend's always getting locked up. The neighborhood was designed for you to go to jail. Think about it. It's a liquor store in every other corner, and you wonder why there's so many alcoholics in the neighborhood. The neighborhood was designed for you to get drunk, man. You got 15 currency exchanges in the community and no banks, and you wonder why ain't nobody got no money. The whole neighborhood was designed for you to be in debt. You got the Church's Chicken, Popeye's Chicken, Harold's, ain't one grocery store in the whole community. And you wonder why everybody got high blood pressure. The neighborhood was designed for you to be unhealthy. Because it couldn't have been, you cannot be inspired growing up in Parkway Gardens on 65th Street. You got an 8-foot gate surrounding the whole block. High-tech video surveillance cameras. You need a key fob to open a gate. It takes 1 minute to open and 1 minute to close. You can't be inspired when you don't have the internet and you got to go to McDonald's to use the Wi-Fi? How are you going to be inspired when there's 2 paddy wagons parked outside the front of your high school? You got to take your belt off and take your shoes off, go through a metal detector to get to the school. You can't be inspired after school with the basketball game and no parents are in the stands. The parents working 2-3 jobs, they can't come support their kids. How you gonna be inspired when you got vacant lots everywhere? You got trash everywhere, rats as big as Arizona cans running around. You can't be inspired when helicopters shining their lights through your window at night. That's not inspiring. I don't even get mad at the kids no more for saying they don't trust people. They gotta order their food every day through bulletproof glass windows and you wonder why they don't trust nobody. They gotta yell to get what they want every day, right? That type of environment, y'all, it impacts your well-being. It impacts your well-being. In Chicago, we like to talk a lot about enforcing laws and locking young black kids up. But how the hell can you talk about consequences when you don't sympathetically understand that these kids, they're responding correctly to trauma that exists in their neighborhood, right? You can't, it's facts. Listen, you can't lock a kid up for carrying a gun when the kid is scared to walk to school. Every adult's done failed them their whole life. And they scared. Even if you walk to school on the south side, it's a safe passage sign everywhere. A big yellow sign that says safe passage. You got people standing outside with lime green safety vests with class 3 reflective tape, taking up a position on the blocks where your kids walk to school. We locking kids up for selling drugs and we failed to put any jobs in the neighborhood, right? You can't even change your behavior until your environment changes, right? You can't change it until your environment changes. So when I say that we're putting holiday lights up on King Drive, the significance ain't even the lights, it's going over people's heads. The significance is that we're interrupting trauma that exists on King Drive, right? We're inspiring hope amongst the youth, and we're building connections at the block level, right? So Dr. King, he was quoted as saying, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. He said, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. So I need all y'all help putting some lights and some love on Dr. Martin Luther King Drive this holiday season. If you want to get involved, if you want to donate, volunteer, you got flyers on your table. You can text message MLK Lights to 77222. You know, we need your help lighting up King Drive, y'all. And listen, money that we raise goes towards our social impact program, My Block, My Hood, My City. These teenagers, they are explorers. They done traveled around Chicago. They've been exposed to different jobs, different professions, different cuisines, and we tired of eating McDonald's. So I'm super, super happy that we got to be invited here today so we can expand our palate. So thank you, Chef. Thank you, everybody, for having me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.